Asylum Inc. presents Hollow. Together, the two women began to cross realms. They began to see the other side. Swirling inky blackness gave way to tentacle-shaped entities swarming around a mysterious glow. The very edges of sanity felt threatened as the visions before Jennifer were taken in, then quickly, forcefully pushed from the forefront of her mind. The depths of darkness Jennifer saw cut to the very core of her being, and she knew in her heart of hearts that madness lurked there. As the weight of the darkness threatened to consume her, she felt pulled back from the vision of pure horror, the likes of which she had never known before. Sonya was directing her now, forcing her to look past the gatekeepers that guarded the other side. Looking past the unknowable darkness, Jennifer beheld her son. Jacob stood upon a precipice, overlooking a city of flames and carnage beyond any natural disaster known to modern man. Standing alongside her son was a man wreathed in flames with charred black skin, fading in and out, seemingly trying desperately to appear human for the young, terrified boy. The creature smiled, revealing perfectly white teeth as its hand closed on her son's shoulder. Jacob stood paralyzed before the great horrors that now crept up towards the precipice he stood upon. As Jacob watched, his skin lost all color as the flesh along his extremities began to crawl with a life of its own, as if some unseen force writhed beneath his skin, creeping ever closer to his heart. The poor boy stood, mouth agape, in a strained attempt to cry out, but no sound could be heard, for the black inky tendrils began spewing forth from his mouth, ultimately consuming him before his mother's eyes. The creature that stood alongside the remains of her once beautiful son showed impossibly perfect teeth that seemed to shine in a grin of pure, complete victory. The vision passed, but the horror would remain embedded in Jennifer's memory. Jennifer jumped back, almost screaming out as she returned to reality. A cold sensation of pure dread remained, clawing at her mind and casting blame for not doing enough to save her child. Sonya recovered quicker and reached out to Jennifer's shoulder, steadying her and providing an anchor for her to focus on. Munse could only look on, oblivious to what the two women had endured. After a moment of recovery, the three left the room to discuss what had happened. Belief is necessary, or so Sonya told the two detectives out in the hall. Detective Kale was still recovering from her vision, the cool water her partner brought her helping to focus her mind to lies the horror she had seen. Sonya attempted to explain what she herself was struggling to comprehend. The problem is that psychic ability really exists, just as an atrophied muscle. Look, ever try to roll your tongue? Sonya proceeded to stick out her tongue and made the edges touch, forming an O shape. That's something some of us can do. As kids, we all probably knew people that could or couldn't do that silly thing. Well, the ability to see beyond what's in front of your face is just like that. I always like to think of it as peeking behind a curtain. Seems so natural to me, but most don't even know there's a curtain to peek behind. And for those that do, most can't reach it. They can only look on and try to make those around them see it too. Damn frustrating, I tell you. So even those that can, don't. So it's just almost never used. If you don't believe in working a muscle, it'll never grow, even when you have the muscle. But there are those that can and do use their gifts. Melinda's gift was more intuitive, activating only after a childhood accident. Jacob's gift allowed him to tap into a power that I'm pretty damn sure even Melinda was unaware of. The closest guess I got is that this doorway, the one you saw crawling with all the muck. Jennifer hesitantly nodded, not wanting to make eye contact with anyone, as she desperately tried to stifle the shiver crawling up her spine. This shit we're seeing, it came from the other side. When Melinda tapped into the boy's subconscious, a door to the old ones was forced open. Why the door apparently remained open and why Jacob remained unconscious, I guess, is all tied together. I just don't see it. To be continued. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this Asylum Inc. presentation.